Hey everyone, this is our midday motion, and I am Tiana with Emotionally Available. I'm so happy you're watching. We are going to do about 30 minutes of yoga, really flowing. We're going to use our breath a lot. We're also going to really work through our core today, not in like a strength power way, but really working through some good articulation. So I don't know about you, but I really want to just work into our low back a little bit, some of our pelvic tilts, and just really try to open that up. If you've been struggling with hip flexor mobility or low back pain, this is going to be a really good class for you. So feel free to grab your blocks, your mat, your water, whatever you need, and we'll get started in just a minute. Happy you're here. I'm going to just let you know a few announcements before we begin. That the Emotionally Available membership is going to be going on pre-sale this upcoming week. So feel free to get in on that. I'll be announcing it first to my email list, so feel free to jump on that email list. You can send me a DM with your email address. You can go on my website and find the link. And there's a link in my bio if you're on Instagram here for all of that stuff. And what's going to happen is we used to run a 6-week series, and the series included live classes, on-demand classes, resources. Love it. That's great. But I wanted to switch to a monthly membership. So now all those things are going to happen month by month. So you can have a recurring monthly membership if you want. You can come to the drop-in classes as just a single time. But what happens is I teach on Mondays, and those classes become recordings after, and they go into the library as full-length recorded live classes. So you will have the option to take those live classes recorded, and then in that library of recorded classes, there's a bunch of other 10 to 20-minute classes that are like of all sorts of different on-demand topics you might want, like stretching, fitness, yoga, ballet, conditioning, all the stuff. So if you're a person that really loves on-demand, there's a place for you in this membership. If you're a person that really wants the accountability of coming live, there's a place for you in this membership. The other side of this is I'm going to be doing a series kind of class that still targets really specific things. So for example, yoga fundamentals might be a really great 6-class series. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it 6-hour series, 6-class series, or 6-week series, but it'll be kind of those chunk lesson plan classes. So you really feel like week after week you're progressing towards specific goals, and I'm really excited about that. The on-demand library obviously is going to reach goals for you too, but it's going to be more of a variety. So you could say, I want to do 10 minutes of meditation, and then I want to do 20 minutes of really warm vinyasa flow, and then I definitely want to stretch. And you could literally block those classes together and take exactly what you want. So I hope that there's a place for you in this membership, regardless of what you need. Okay, let's move. Let's go ahead and start in our seated position. Feel free to access your blocks to be more comfortable, whatever else you feel you need. Taking a moment to breathe here. Maybe place the hands in the lap or on the knees. Just start to come into your breath. Noticing that inhale be slow and long. And the exhale be slow and long. Deep, long breaths. We're going to see if we can deepen that breath a little bit more. So maybe you can even listen to your own breath, the sound of it rushing in and out. We're going to come into our Ujayi Pranayama, deep inhales through the nose and long audible exhales through the mouth with a little constriction in the back of the throat. Start by sighing out the breath. Seal the lips and inhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long exhale. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long exhale. 1. Once more, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. On your next inhale, stretch those arms out to the side and up. Exhale down through heart center. Take that 2 more times. Inhale out and up. Exhale down through heart center. Inhale. Exhale, heart center, and pause your movement. Continue to breathe naturally and come to an intention for today's practice. One that serves exactly who you are today. Noticing any needs, any sensations in the body, emotions, or thoughts that feel like they need extra attention today. Gently blink the eyes open when you're ready, and we'll start to walk our hands downward. Take a nice forward fold here. You can let the arms be long or relax them towards ragdoll arms. Just softening the head down. On your next inhale, gently walk to one diagonal. We'll be doing both. So pick a thigh and center yourself over it. Keep the opposite hip rooted. Side stretch. Lower hand goes to the side of the hip and upper arm opens up. Gently start to reach back over that same thigh and walk your hands around center. Pause for a breath. And we'll move to the opposite diagonal, so over the other thigh. Place one hand, the lower hand, just beside the hip, and open the other arm. Walk it back around, stretch on that diagonal. Walk it around back front for one breath. Gently begin to sit up. And take a moment to come into Cobbler's pose. So bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Hold on to those ankles and gently encourage the knees down with the elbows ever so slightly. Think about not pressing down, just adding a little weight to them. Gently sit up and send the right foot long. On an inhale, stretch it tall. Exhale, reach for your toes. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, left hand down, hips up. The right foot presses down. So you have left hand, left shin, right foot. Inhale, back to your seated position. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, sit. And exhale, fold. Gently begin to sit up. Take one breath in Cobblers to reset. We'll gently extend the left leg. Same thing. Inhale, arms up, engage that core. Exhale, fold for your left leg. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right hand down, right shin down, left foot down. Lift those hips. Inhale, have a seat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, have a seat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, tall. And exhale, stretch. Gently come back to cobblers for just one more breath to reset those hips. And we'll gently work our way to tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, fingers spread wide. Take 3 long breaths on your own, taking your own cat-cow or any other organic movement that feels good here. When you're ready, tuck those toes, lift the hips, down dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet or swivel the hips if it feels good. And think about spreading the fingers wide, bring the ears between the biceps, send the hips up and back. On an inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels even more. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat, forward fold. Take 3 breaths here in ragdoll. Dangle the arms, soften the head. An option to bend the knees. First time we stand today is a roll up rather than a hinge. Start to root the tailbone downward, engage the lowest part of the belly, and zip up through the core, bottom up. Then you can think about stacking from the bottom up. Your spine, your shoulders. Inhale, arms up when you're ready. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, arms of your choosing as we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Step those feet back. Option to bring the knees down. If they're up, make sure the shoulders are over the fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra with the pelvis and legs down. Or exhale into up dog. Flip the feet, thighs don't touch the floor. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, this time we're going to hinge to stand all the way up. And exhale, heart center. Inhale, cycle the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, plank of your choosing. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's take one more sun salutation. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, hinge to stand. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, cycle the arms. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. We're going to come into 3-legged dog. Just one set of this. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, so we can step it through in runner's lunge. Make sure those feet are hip width apart and all 10 toes are facing forward. Drop the left knee right away. And then take a low twist with me. So left hand down, right hand to the top of the knee, and rotate. Really use your strength to keep the right knee over the right ankle. If it feels good to extend the right arm up or to the back of your space, go for it. Gently come back center, and then dial the right toes out to the side. Option to keep the right hand on top of the right knee, and rotate again. If you want to reach around to the back leg, feel free. Feel free to drop down into any other version of lizard. Maybe you'd like to come down to your forearms or to a block. It's always a great option. Just take a moment to pause. Gently release, hands down. Dial the right toes forward, runner's lunge, to tuck your back toes. We're going to come into a seated spinal twist. Bring the left thigh behind the right heel, sit down, and then start to take your twist. Right hand back, left hand across the thigh. Your right heel should be pretty close to your left knee right now, so put your hands behind you. And we're going to come into a figure four stretch. I'll turn sideways just so you can see. Figure four, right heel on the left thigh. Gently start to release, so bring the right foot back down. Come through your runner's lunge. Right toes face forward, left foot shoots back for pyramid. Scoot the back foot forward. Make sure all 10 toes are facing the front. Feet are hip width apart and fold. This is a really, really great pose for blocks and also using your shin. Instead of being rounded and low, we want to be long and flat in the spine, even if it means you can't get quite as low. Gently release. Bend the front knee so you can get your hands on the ground. Step the left foot back. Plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose and step it through in runner's lunge. Make sure those feet are hip width apart and all 10 toes face forward. Then release the right knee down. Come into a low twist with me. Right hand down, left hand to the top of the knee. Rotate, really using control in this front leg. Keep it really stable. If it feels good to extend the left arm up or to the back, you're more than welcome. Gently unwind, but option to keep your hand where it is. Dial the left toes out to the side, and then feel free to stay here, really controlling this left knee with your left hand. This is also a really good position to reach around for the right foot if it's appealing. Gently start to release towards any other version of lizard that you like. And just breathe here. Noticing the way your hips feel, the way the lower back feels. We'll gently start to release. Bring our hands down, left toes forward. Tuck your back toes, you're in runner's lunge. Seated spinal twist. Bring the right shin behind the left ankle, start to have a seat, and turn into your twist. We're going to slowly transition it into our figure four. So your left ankle should be pretty close to your right thigh already. And just sit back and turn it into your figure four stretch. Love that transition. Release back towards your runner's lunge. Left foot down, facing the top of your mat. Shoot the right foot back. Inhale, plank, and you made it. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, child's pose. Take a moment to pause here. Arms can be outstretched under the head or even back by the feet. I mentioned that our focus is hips and back today, so we're actually going to keep this practice pretty low. Do some extra poses that we don't normally get to have time for. We're going to work first into puppy pose. So gently place the hands under the shoulders and start to sit up. So in puppy pose, it looks a lot like child's pose, but the hips are over the knees. We'll gently start to walk our hands into a tabletop. Notice that there's a right angle in the knees. Slowly start to extend the arms out front, and then we drop the chest down. A block under the chest or head is a really good option here. Sending the hips up, you should get a nice stretch in the back. Two more breaths. We'll slowly start to release. Use your forearms to control your release from it. And we're going to come into rabbit pose. So now sit the sits bones to the heels and gently bring your hands by your ankles. Start to bring the top of your head down in front of your knees. Reach your hands to hold on to your heel bones. Keep the gaze between the knees. Try really hard not to look side to side. If you don't know rabbit, come out of the pose and watch first, please. You're going to simply lift the hips so the top of the head stays on the floor and your arms are like cables. We're stretching the spine up. Think about like a really bound up cat pose. If you're ready, come join us. About 3 breaths here. We'll slowly release. Keep the gaze where it is. Lower the hips. Bring the hands under the shoulders and gently sit up. Sweep your legs around and gently scoot yourself to the top of your mat. With your knees pointing up to the ceiling, hold on to your shin bones and then start to balloon the body back. So we're C-curving the spine. I like to bring my elbows out to the side when I do this. You're really trying to hollow out the belly, the chest, the shoulders. Stretch through the back. Now, normally we roll, kind of like a ball, at the beginning of class, but I want to do it at the end of the class today. So you're going to hold this shape, transition your hands to behind the knees, and you're going to slowly roll back and roll towards sitting. You should feel a nice massage on the back, moving really slowly. So really enjoy that C curve. Take 2 more, and we're going to stay on our backs. Take a moment to bring the feet hip width apart, and windshield wiper the knees side to side. Bring your knees over to one side entirely. And then let yourself just relax here. If you'd like to find a different spinal twist, feel free to adjust your knees. Once I'm here, I like to extend my left arm in the opposite direction and my right arm up. Keep the ribcage heavy and rooted. Try not to arch the back. And just pause. Once again, you're more than welcome to take a different spinal twist if you prefer. Gently release the hands by your sides. Bring the knees up. Take another windshield wiper. And we'll land on the left. Knees go left. Once again, feel free to modify, but I like to bring my right arm then side and then left arm up. Try to keep the rib cage heavy so it doesn't pop off the ground or arch the back. And breathe. Gently start to release. And we're going to find a final resting pose. Maybe you're just going to roll to your side and fetal or remain on your back. Wherever you choose to be, I welcome you to stay there as long as you can. But we're going to take a few rounds of really slow breathing called a square breath. Let's gently start to inhale through the nose. Pause the breath. And exhale out the mouth. Pause the breath. Inhale through the nose. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Pause. Continue at your own pace and enjoy your Shavasana as long as you can. I'll leave you here. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you real soon.